welcome back to the Hip Horse. Tommy D along with the captain.
Giddy up, baby.
We made it to the Belmont, the third jewel of the Triple Crown.
Go to
the Belmont at Saratoga, Captain.
Oh, I wish I was there, Tommy. I haven't been out to Saratoga yet. That's definitely a place I got to go.
Captain, we got to get there. Maybe this summer might be the time. If
Yeah.
not, it's a spot for everyone to go. Got the Racing Hall of Fame. The town is built around the track. You got to love it. It's going to be an interesting race. Race 13, a mile and a quarter. The Belmont. Last year, it probably will be here. It was here last year. And I think we got a pretty nice field. Only 8 going to the gate, but I like what I'm seeing here. I think it's competitive. I don't see a standout. I think that there's 3 or 4 horses that might have a chance to get the victory here.
Yeah, Tommy, the way I look at this race, like you said, it's this field of 8, and you got 2 horses coming back to run first and third in Sovereignty and Baez in the Kentucky Derby, and you have Journalism trying to do 3 races in 5 weeks. Can he do it? Let's talk about the race.
Yeah, let's get right to business, Captain. Thanks for joining us here on the channel first. Hit that like, subscribe,
Ding, ding, ring that bell.
The bell if you're new, guys. Horse racing content coming to you, me and the Captain. We'll have some sports content. Let us know what you guys want to hear, but we appreciate all the regulars, and if you're new, welcome. Hill Road is going to be the first one we're talking about. Number 1, morning line 10-1 here. The son of Quality Road, Chad Brown, and no stranger to Saratoga. Same with Irad Ortiz Jr. is going to be aboard here. This colt won the Peter Pan quite nicely, coming off the pace with Flavian Pratt. Before that was 3rd in the Tampa Bay Derby, 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Did start over in Ireland, so Hill Road, maybe an outside chance here. Did win last time, according to the notes here. Stumbled to start, good finish.
Yeah.
Might be one to go pay attention to, look at.
Well, look at this. It ran Pratt. Now as I read, that's like a level balance. So you got 2 great riders there. This horse is going to need a pace, Tommy, and he may get it from the number 3 Rodriguez and the number 5 Crudeo. If those 2 goes out there, this horse may have a shot, but the race really needs to set up for him, especially with the other talent in this race.
Yeah, I agree, Captain. I do see a little bit of speed, but it's not too speed heavy here. Number 2, Sovereignty, into mischief, 2-1 here. You got Mott Alvarado, first Derby, won the Derby last time, took the break, coming back for the Belmont. Bill Mott Alvarado have very high hopes. Godolphin, was second in the Florida Derby, won the Fountain of Youth, won Street Sense, so no stranger to win the big races, and put up its best buyer yet, 104. Was a sloppy track, so we will see. Expect this one to sit right off the pace or be closing. Your thoughts on this individual?
Tommy, Sovereignty, won the Kentucky Derby. Some could say, he had the right race set up for him. But looking here, the 104 buyer, you can't look at that. Took the Preakness off, coming back for the Kentucky Derby. This was a set plan by Mott. He was setting them up this way. They weren't going to go for the Triple Crown, but they are going to go for the Belmont. He is one of the ones here.
Yeah, let's go on to number 3, Rodriguez. High hopes here for this Bob Baffert trainee coming out of a 3-year-old barn. High hopes, Citizen Bull and Barnes and Gaming. This one seemed to be not one of the best ones, but did win the Woodbine quite a bit. Looked to be the lone speed, but now Crudeo's going to be in the 5 horse, as you mentioned. You get Money Mike Smith aboard here. Nice Works coming in. Comes from Authentic. Bob Baffert, I heard the interview say he likes this horse, compares it to Authentic, being an immature. Now finally coming around, puts up 200 buyers. I mean, Rodriguez, I think, is a wild card. I don't like the flare up in the feet, why he missed the last 2 races. Mm-hmm. That would be my major concern. But this horse, if it's healthy with Mike Smith, can maybe try to run away with it.
Little bit of a head case, but on the right day, this horse is money, and you're looking at as probably the speed of the race here. It's going to have, like I say, the 5 horse Crudeo to go out with him, which is very cheap speed. But the speed and the class is on Rodriguez, Bob Baffert, and like you say, Carousel Ride, Money Mike Smith. Going 1.5 miles, there's no better guy you want on the lead than Mike Smith. Yeah,
no, Rodriguez obviously had in some trouble. They had some confidence here, fighting his own horses in his own barn. Bob Baffert second in the Robert B. Lewis, and then the San Felipe third behind Journalism and Barnes, another Bob Baffert horse. They send him out to the East Coast wins the Woodbine.
Yeah.
He won
Memorial, yeah.
Memorial. He won it pretty fun at Aqueduct. So let's go on to number 4, Uncaged. 30-1. We got a son of curling here. Windstar breeder owner, Todd Pletcher trainer, Louis Saez aboard. Best buyer aboard 81. Won an optional 100K over a muddy track.
Tommy, we're gonna have to X this horse out here.
Okay, let's go. Let's move on to the next. Let's go on to number 5, Crudeo. Another late entry here. Won 2 out of its 3, including the Sir Barton 100K from Pimlico on Preakness Day here. Son of Justify, so obviously Justify won this one. This 3-year-old, owned by celebrity chef Bobby Fillet. What are your thoughts on number 5, Crudeo?
He's got one way to go, Tommy, and that's to the front. He's going to have to carry this for 1.5 miles. And with Rodriguez in the race, I don't see it happening. This horse will finish either last or second to last.
I agree. They did put Johnny V aboard, so they got someone up front that can maybe help get that lead. But I think that Rodriguez is going to be the faster of the 2 speed horses here. Let's move on to 6, Basa Captain. This was your pick in the Derby. Before we go any farther, we didn't even mention that I'm 2 for 2.
You are 2 for 2.
I got Sovereignty and obviously Journalism. Not such a hard pick, but
you know what?
I'm going for the 3.
You're going for the trifecta.
I'm going for it. So Baeza, 102 buyer, 101 in the Santa Anita Derby. This colt is just improving. The sires McKinsey, 1.2 million. John Sheriff's just high hopes for this one. I don't see anything. Flavian Pratt. What he did at Saratoga last year in some of those stakes races, unbelievable. He put on a pretty good performance riding against Saratoga. So I think number 6, Basa at 4-1 is a good price. I know you have high hopes for this one. I'm pretty sure you're still aboard on the Basa train. What are your thoughts?
Tommy, I'm really high on this horse here. He had a really steady heart at the top of the stretch in the Derby. They took the last race off. I like the work they put into him. He's got another 1/4 mile to stretch his legs. I feel this horse is just coming up to his best race right here. I'm really leaning hard on the 6. He's definitely one of the ones in this race.
Yeah, and they switch. Flavian Pratt gets the call back after the Kentucky Derby.
Love that pick.
Came back, and I think this is a strong race, and this could be a rider's race at Saratoga with those tight turns and the long stretch. It could be anybody's. They call it the graveyard of champions.
And 4-1's not a bad line on that horse.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's go on to Journalism. Next one here, 7 horse. Morning line 8-5. Son of curling. Mike McCarthy and Rispoli won the Preakness last time. And, did it quite nicely. Rispoli got him in a nice spot. Got it through. They got the victory. Won 5 out of 7 starts. 2.8 million. So. Obviously the most talented horse in the field, eclipsed thoroughbreds, got strong connections, saying if this one shows up, obviously can win this race. It is the only one that ran in the Derby and the Preakness. I think that might be a tall task. It's a tall task for these horses, but if anyone can do it, I think the son of Curlin can be the one to get it done. Now, obviously, he's the favorite here at 8-5, so it's not any rocket science.
Well, Tommy, let me explain. You got Journalism. You're talking about a 3-year-old horse, 3 races, 5 weeks. All the horses done it before, but this horse with Sovereignty and both Sovereignty and Baez taking that break off, that gives them a fitness advantage over Journalism right here. Now, Michael McCarthy's a great trainer, and he's probably geared him up for this. But with him being on board, as they've already set up a breeding accommodation with him, so they're not going to take any risks with him. I look him to be one of the ones definitely in this race. Yeah,
definitely. I agree there. Number 8, Heart of Honor. Son of Honor AP here. Jamie Osborne is going to train Osborne aboard here. So Osborne connection here. Came over 5th in the Preakness last time out. Before that was 2nd, nosed out in the UAE Derby Grade 2. Won 2 out of 7 in the money. 6 times out of 7 here. Great Britain bred.
I think he's in tough, Tommy.
I think he might be in over his head too.
I'd have to X him out.
I agree there. Lost. It was 8.5 behind the winner in the Preakness in a short field. So I agree there. That is the field here for the Preakness Captain. We got 8 horses here. Who do you like?
Tommy, I'm going my top pick. I'm going with my Kentucky Derby Baeza at 4-1. I really like this horse. I'm going to bet him win show. And I'm going to put him in a trifecta with number 2, Sovereignty, coming off the rest also. And then also number 7, Journalism. 267, 627, Go to Heaven. And that's the trifecta for Johnny C, our 627 bet. Go get your money at gogetyourmoney.org. And I'll have other information on the race at a later time.
Yeah, they got a nice card there too, Captain. So if you're going to have some other races on there. Captain, I'm going to stick to my Kentucky Derby winner on just what you said there. I'm going to go with number 2, Sovereignty, this Into Mischief colt. I like Ma Alvarado. I love everything they're saying about this colt. And I think just the prep and just giving this the time off. And after putting up that big performance in that Derby, I mean, put up a 104 Beyer, passing, you know, it looked impressive on the slop. So hopefully it wasn't just a sloppy track. I think that this one is going to show up in a big way. I think improving. So that's gonna be my top choice, number 2. And I'm gonna go with your number 6 Baez too as my second horse, followed by Journalism. And to round off the superfecta, I would probably throw in Rodriguez. I have a small feeling he could maybe steal it, but it's gonna be tough. I think the field is much better. Coming off that foot issue concerns me. So I'm gonna go 2, 6, 7. I'm a little bit different than you, Captain.
6, 2, 7, 2, 6, 7.
We switched it, so we're pretty much there on it. Get involved, guys. Tell us who you like down below.
Ding, ding, ring the bell.
I think it's gonna be a nice, fun race to watch here. You know, what do you think?
Well, you know what? Gogetyourmoney.org, and hopefully tell us what you like, and we'll see you next time.
ACT.
Action bets, baby. Gotta love it. Go get your money, baby.
Good luck, everybody. See you next time.
Hiya! Go get it.